I've been thinking about this live stream recently, and I noticed that some people have a lot of viewers, some people don't have a lot of viewers, and I'm wondering, why do all this shit? Sometimes when there's nobody actually watching you, and you still do this shit. And I think the reason on keep on pursuing about all this is because that I still believe someone somewhere out there is really meant, for us to meet each other and to really try to turn this trading thing into a craft that can change your life. Yeah, that is the reason why I'm here every day, trying my very best to do this. So it is 5 p.m. afternoon right now, Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, 3rd of April. So if you guys are watching this, welcome back to the class. Usually in weekdays, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you what I've been doing most of the time in my trade. So we're going to start with something else. We're going to start with understanding the intention. We're going to start with embracing the emotional state that we're currently in and to really trade along with my very own personal emotional state. I always mention this to my students. The very first market behavior is your own behavior. The very first emotion that you need to detect is not from the market, it's from yourself. So 5 p.m. afternoon, how do I actually feel right now? I feel slightly sleepy, to be honest. I feel slightly low in energy, definitely. Going to take my time. Definitely not gonna rush anything, because I see that if I'm trying to rush things, it's gonna pretty much fucked up our trade. So I'm not going to rush. I am going to be stable, calm, and I'm going to set an intention for today's trade. So the intention for today is purely based on my emotional state currently. So your intention might be different than my intention, but still I think that it's important for me to set an intention so that you guys can actually understand how important it is to have a psychological anchor before we do anything in the market. So yesterday intention was enjoy, because I do feel a deep sense of joy yesterday morning. And every day is different. Internally we have a different kind of emotional state. And currently right now, the intention would be keep calm and trade. I'm going to repeat the intention for today. So the intention for today is simple. It's going to be keep calm and trade. All right. And let me go to the market and we're going to set the intention together. All right. We're going to set the intention together. Hello, Nixon. Welcome back. I'm doing great. Thank you. So before we move on to another pair, guys, this is actually yesterday's trade. It is a successful trade. we did the analysis together to yesterday morning, which is 10:14 a.m. And we went to actually having the understanding of, a weakening buying power. And then we actually place our entry right here. And then it managed to hit our TP. So congratulations for some of you guys that actually placed the trade with me yesterday. If you make some money from yesterday analysis, congratulations. Don't feel shy to share, the joy and the results with other people in the community. So let me go in to the market. Okay. And yesterday, not only we analyzed a successful trade for gold, I think we actually went to discuss about US dollar, Japanese yen as well. So US dollar, Japanese yen yesterday, well, it managed to actually, take the position, go all the way up, but it didn't actually touches, the target profit, and then it went all the way back down and hit the stop loss. But it's all fine. It is part of the game. It is part of the business. So a new day, new market, a new structure, right? So that is always my practice. I don't like to use a chart that is from yesterday. And even though that it is a successful level yesterday, it doesn't mean it's gonna be a successful level. It doesn't mean that it's gonna be a successful level today. So it is okay for me, to erase all this, and we're gonna start all over again, right? We're gonna start all over again, and really try to understand what is the market currently doing right now. So before that, let's set the intention for today. The intention is simple. The first intention is called keep calm. Today's intention, we're gonna use this as our anchor point, right? Keep calm and trade. Okay, we're gonna use this as our anchor point. Let me figure out some nice little emotions. Well, nothing. Which would be the emotion that is suitable for this intention? Keep calm and trade. Right, keep calm and trade. We have it already. Yeah, I think this would be a good emoji. I think this would be a good emoji. I think a sloth would actually be, a good spirit animal for us to trade today. Yeah, I'm gonna use a sloth. Is there a sloth? All right, there you go. So the intention for today is simple. We're gonna do keep calm and trade, okay? And speaking about calm, we need to have a nice music to attach along with this session. Right, guys. Let's jump straight into the market right now and see what does the market has to offer for us today. We're always gonna leave our spirit animal here today. Alright, it's gonna keep calm and trade. So Lavender asked me, today market too slow. Like this kind of market, any skill for us to do trading? To me, there's no slow market or fast market. It's just slow me or fast me. Everything is about my very own personal mental state and emotional state and psychology when I'm trading. So I don't really, to me, like fast market, slow market, news, all those kind of things. To me, all those things are, and things that things that actually make me confused and much more complex. And I don't really, want to get myself involved in those kind of concepts, which is like slow market, how do I do? Fast market, how do I do? To me, it is simple. Every trend, every market, every time frame has its very own trading opportunity to make money. And my my approach in trading is simple. My job is not to see, is it fast or is it slow? I don't want to like create this kind of judgment before understanding the market. To me, my job is simple. As a trader, I go into the market every day. I look at the chart and I don't try to say that the market is slow or fast. No, I will try to understand what is the market currently doing, pieces by pieces, evidence by evidence. I'm going to give you an example. If you take a look at this chart right here, you see the first thing that I'm really paying attention is my very own mental state. So my current mental emotional state, slightly tired and chill. And the second thing would be current price within low volume node. And it is just, things that I saw, I just put it in. So during this phase is what I call the evidence collecting phase. I'm just here to collect evidence, but I'm not here to do judgment. So if I answer you saying that, okay, you ask me this question, you say that today market is too slow. And for me, I will refuse to answer you that question because I still is in the process of understanding the market state. So if I'm answering you that, oh, Lavender, if the market is too slow, you should do this, it is like assuming that without doing my own research and doing my own fact check, I already go into an assumption that the market is slow. So I cannot answer you that question directly because I still in I cannot I'm still in the process to understanding the market emotion and the market regime. So therefore, I cannot answer your question directly, but I hope that this honest opinion on how I actually trade the market actually helps you. All right. If I say that if you ask me if the market's slow and I answered, oh, the market's slow, well, I'm not your teacher, right? I'm just bullshitting. And I don't like the bullshit. I want to trade the real stuff. And I want to trade like a, if you want to trade, you trade like a real trader. You think like a real trader. And it requires some critical thinking. All right, guys. So we're gonna, well, the intention of the day is simple. It's called keep calm and chill. So keep calm and trade, not chill. Keep calm and chill, it means that we're gonna go like totally chill. So it's called keep calm and trade. Keeping calm and trade means that right now I am just gonna be so chill and chill to a point that I'm gonna take my time, time frame by time frame, and trying to understand, what is the chart actually telling me. So this is 4H. And the beauty about, artificial intelligence era, using AI to trade is that right now in this generation, you don't have to, spot all the pattern yourself. You can actually use ChatGPT or uCloud to really help you to synchronize and understand, you know, the evidence that you gathered, right? So for me, that actually helped me at least boost my sufficiency in trading at least 50%. So for me, that is really, it helps me tremendously, and I really love it, to use AI as my weapon, right? So you see, we're currently analyzing the gold market, and we have a daily time frame. So from the daily time frame, we can see that there's this huge movement right here. This is the movement. And for me, it's not about bullish or bearish. It's about understanding, what does the movement actually is trying to tell me. So usually I will use a fixed range volume profile, and I will actually pull, from the lowest swings that I can spot, maybe within a few days. And then I pull it all the way up to the higher swings, swing lows and swing highs. And what I like about the fixed range volume profile is that it actually shows you where is the current price doing. So obviously, currently the price is actually penetrating in a zone that we call low volume, not LVN, right? So this is why I say, LVN, low volume node, okay? So when the price is actually in this pink color rectangular here, it means that buyer and seller actually refuse to stay here for a long time. It actually means that they are actually negotiating to a certain kind of direction, and they will move very fast. So when the price is actually in the low volume node, when the price is actually right here in this pink color rectangular here, it actually means that it's like a highway. It is a highway where the car will move like very fast, right? So the price will move fast. That is the keyword for this particular zone. It will penetrate fast, it will penetrate fast, it will penetrate fast, right? So it is a very fast place to for the price to move. And what does that mean? Well, it didn't mean anything. That is the trick. When the price is in low volume node, your job is not to say that, well, the price is going to be keep on going down. No, you need to train yourself as a trader. You need to train yourself to hold your judgment. You need to be patient, because we humans, if you're not a trader, most of the time we love to look at something, and if it's a black color, we say that it's black color. If it's white color, we say that it's white color. And we see when a person's face is maybe, not very happy, you say that he's not happy. But sometimes it's just that he's emotionless, neutral. So a big part about becoming a stable and professional trader is that you need to learn to really separate evidence collecting phase and hypothesis forming phase. It is a two different phase. Now, I'm gonna link this back to Lavender, right? In our Telegram, in our community. So Lavender asked me, "Hey CG, today market is too slow. All right, today market is too slow, and like this, if the market is too slow, how can we actually trade a slow market?" Now, why do I refuse to answer that question? The reason why I refuse to answer that question is not because I don't respect you as my student. It is mainly because I respect you, so I need to tell you the truth. The truth is this: I cannot fall into your framework of the question.
Because if I answer you that question, it means that without me doing the work on understanding the market regime and the market emotion, I already assume that the market is slow. You get it? I cannot assume a market is fast or slow before I do the homework myself. That is why I say when I'm collecting the evidence, I don't do anything. I try to chill and I try to collect, all the information pieces by pieces. Okay. So currently we're looking at, gold, US dollar. With the current price, don't think about direction first. Fuck the direction. It's just about the market state. So currently the market is in a low volume mode. That's all you need to know. Okay. And the macro resistant key level is here. We do spot a key level here. Okay. And what does the key level actually mean? Well, I don't know. It might mean something, it might mean nothing, but it is actually there. So you see, my approach in trading is very simple. I try to map everything out, right? I try to map everything out. Just like when you watch Jurassic Park, the archaeologists, try to dig up the skeleton. They dig up slowly. So this is what I'm trying to do as well. I'm trying to really understand the footprint of the market instead of making a judgment of the market. Okay. So there's actually a macro resistance key level here. And number three, I went to 4H. And for me, I'm not really sure if it's balanced or imbalanced. So I will let AI to help me to, to be the judge. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take two photos. Photo number one, download it. Photo number three, download it. All right. And then right now I'm going to my AI assistants to brainstorm. Take your time. All right. So based on the discussion with my AI assistant, the current market state is actually imbalanced. It is seller is actually leading. All right. So I got the information. Let's get back here. So the current market state is actually, well, it is actually imbalanced. Seller is actually leading the macro trend. And this long daily candle is actually one of the biggest red candles in months. So it's actually not a pullback, it's a very aggressive distribution. So from a macro point of view, from a macro state, well, we now do understand that it is actually seller leading. Well, does it mean that we want to go short? Does it mean we're going to go long? No, it means nothing yet, right? It means nothing yet. Right, let's zoom in. Hi, John. Welcome to our live stream. Currently looking at gold. If you want to know my thoughts about gold, well, you can actually check out this note right here, okay? Right, guys. So we've managed to analyze from all the way from the daily time frame and the 4 hours, 1 hour, and all the way to M30. My execution time frame is actually located at M15. So currently we can actually see from a lower time frame that it is actually within the lower volume node. And we cannot deny and cannot deny the fact that it's actually also forming a compression that is actually, absorbing the distribution power. So you can actually see that the buyer is actually absorbing and building energy. So when it is actually building energy right here, it means that it will have a move that will be very, very fast. It's like a volcano, right? So it is like a volcano. Do we have a volcano here? So it's like a volcano, waiting to erupt. And it's building energy definitely. But how strong is the volcano? Well, that we don't know. All right, we cannot tell that will it like gonna be a big volcano or it's gonna be a small volcano, right? But what we do know that is actually accumulating and absorbing all the distribution power. So yeah, buyer is slowly collecting uh, the energy, and currently it's in LBN. And when it's actually in LBN, it means that it's gonna be very fast, right? Like a rocket. Okay, it's like forming a rocket here. So yeah, let us go down. Let's go to the let's go to all right. So right now we are in M15. So now it's time for me to really understand one important thing. So what I'm trying to discuss with AI is actually based on everything you see so far from the pattern, from the evidence I collect, what is actually the highest probability um, bias, right? I use the word bias because it is all just a guess. It is all calculated bet, right? So it is bias. Bias means that it is not truth. It is not 100% accurate signal. It is based on every information that we collected so far. What kind of bias that we use is actually has the highest probability to success? Is it sell or buy? So currently, based on everything, the pattern, the evidence, the information that we collect, actually right now, the bias would be buy, right? It's going to be a long. So the reason is that actually because the macro says sells, which is from the daily 4 hour, 1 hour. The macro trend says sell, right? But the micro is actually building a stronger argument. So So the daily candle is generally one of the biggest sell candle in months. So if macro sellers reassert, the drop is violent and fast, right? So the verdict would be buy, but only on confirm break and close above 4681 point. So one last check before we do any like analysis, right? All right, so the trigger point would be 4676, 4676. This would be the trigger point. Let me go here. Right, so this would be the trigger point. Hmm. Oh, I wonder what happened to the chart. It's not moving. Hey, what happened to the chart? Oh, it's not moving, guys. Some technical glitches in the chart. Okay, guys, so here is the setup, okay? So what we're looking at is simple. We're looking at, M15 candle, okay, M15 candle here. So if the candle closes above this level, which is this one, if the next candle actually closes here, okay, and it retests from above, okay, retest from above, and it holds, and there's no bearish close back below. So we're gonna enter buy here, market order. Okay, so would be the setup for this particular trade. Okay, but first we really need to see, we really need to see some reaction first. So how would I actually position it? Entry, retest and hold. Stop loss below trend line, 4655. Okay. Yep. So this would be the setup for this particular trade. All right. So let me remove this. Guys, I don't know what's going on with TradingView, but the price is not moving at all. But anyway, I'm going to share with you guys the entire setup. All right, guys. So all right, guys. So that is actually the basic setup for gold today. I've actually sent in the group, for this setup, the reasoning behind it, the hypothesis that I'm using. So I'm going to give you a quick recap before we end the session. So obviously, if you look from a daily time frame, a macro trend would be there's a very big candle, a huge price, being dropped all the way down. And this actually red candle is actually one of the largest red candle that we've seen for the previous months. And yep, if you watch from a macro point of view, from the daily, from the 4 hours, etc., you can see that the selling power is actually, being accumulated and is strong. From a macro perspective, seller is actually strong. But once you zoom in to the 1 hour chart, which is, you can see something extremely different. You can see that actually the buyer is currently forming accumulation power, right? So, and we do have a two key level here waiting to be retest. So, which means that we can actually take an opportunity here, which is this gap, to make some money. So that is why I'm taking this opportunity to actually ride this wave. There's a few reasons of riding this wave. Reason number one would be it is actually currently in LVN. And the second signal would be it is forming a compression, right? And it has a repeated level of testing right here. So which means that energy is actually building up for the buyer side. So it would be great for us to really ride this wave, this momentum until it touches this place. So for me, this would be a really high probability good trade. It has an influence of my very own evidence, auction market theory, and also my very own hypothesis as well. So this is the setup for this particular trade in gold today, and we can go to 30 minutes and see. So this particular trade, I would actually wait for it to actually retest a few times for this level 4676, 745, and we'll see how it goes from there. Okay. So guys, thank you very much. It is actually a short session. Thank you for spending time with me, 1 hour and plus. And I'll see you guys next week. All right. I'll see you guys next week. So enjoy your weekend. And, you know, we still have one more session with Prem later. And if you guys like, our channel, our vibe, feel free to subscribe to our channel. And, if you want to learn more about our community, feel free to contact our customer service and Grace. All right.